Hi everyone, I'm Ahana and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about how we can plan our days and make sure that we have the most productive and efficient day possible. I have been planning my days the night before for a very long time, and that really helps me in staying calm, organized and manage my time efficiently. So today I'm going to be giving you a few quick tips so that you can also have a really productive day and achieve all of your goals. The first thing that has helped me a lot is imagining my day in 3 distinct blocks of time: morning, afternoon and evening. Because I am very aware of how my energy fluctuates between these 3 phases of the day, and that's how I kind of block my tasks according to those specific times. And this is a little different from time blocking, which we will also talk about in the later part of the video, so stay tuned for that. But what I'm talking about now is if you are a morning person like I am, you know that your energy is highest in the morning. This is when you will be the most focused. This is when you are likely to get your most important tasks, the projects with the most impact get done. So this is the time that you need to focus on those kind of tasks and not on things which are low impact. So I keep all of my high impact and high focus activities for the morning. The afternoon is where I tend to slow down a little bit, and here I know that after lunch or sometime like that I might be a little unfocused, and this is the time where I really enjoy talking to people or kind of brainstorming. And this is a time where I crave some kind of social interaction. So I like having my meetings towards the afternoon. I like if I have to understand some kind of concept. I like it if I am discussing it with a colleague. I really enjoy meeting somebody for lunch, for example. I also like doing all the checking my emails, responding to emails, that sort of a thing. I like doing that in the afternoon because this is the time where I don't have very high focus. I have like moderate focus and quite low energy. So, and I am an extrovert, so I kind of take energy when I am surrounded by people and I'm having a lot of interactions with other people. So this is the time that I have reserved for that particular task. And the evening I kind of keep it for all my personal tasks. So since I get up early in the morning, I already have my morning routine to tick off my non-negotiable personal tasks for the day, for example like journaling or working out and things like that. But in the evening it's more like if I need to take out money from the ATM, if I need to buy something for the house, and just like things around the house, if I have to do my laundry, everything that I need to do for myself which is absolutely not work related and also not part of my morning or evening routine. So those are the things that I keep for the evening. And this is also a time where I enjoy meeting friends if they are free, and this is like my time which is completely free from work related things. So I read a book, I just spend time by myself, unwind, talk to family, etc. The second thing that I do is I like to have a very clear transition between these 3 blocks. So my morning chunk of like work time begins if I'm going into office, then obviously it begins as soon as I go to work. But if I'm working from home, it begins right after my morning routine is done. So I know that this is the time where I have to absolutely focus and get down to finishing all the tasks that I have set up for myself the previous day. Then the afternoon block obviously starts after lunch. So lunch is like a good demarcation. Whenever I kind of take a break for lunch, after that is when I schedule all the things which I mentioned earlier for the afternoon block. And the evening chunk will start once I log off for the day. So whenever my work is done, whatever 7 p.m., 8 p.m., etc., whenever that is, whenever my work is done, that is when I start with my personal activities for the evening. And that is like a good transition for me, like mentally, that now I am done with work for the day and I have to attend to some personal things. So I really like having these clear demarcations. Speaking of demarcations, we will move on to time blocking. Now time blocking is what I was kind of mentioning loosely earlier. Deciding what task you want to do for which part of the day is something which we just did in point number 1. Now for time blocking is just how much time will each of those tasks take. So I like to always break up my bigger projects into smaller chunks and give a particular timeline for each of those parts. And sometimes they don't go according to plan, because projects always do not come with very clear set frameworks. Sometimes there is a lot of brainstorming involved, sometimes you have to figure things out. But I still like to have like a set time that I want to work on a particular thing for that day at least. It probably will not be done, and nothing like no work related thing ever gets done in just one day unless it's a very quick ask. It always takes a week, 2 weeks or something like that. But I know that I'm going to spend 2 hours on this in the morning, and I should be able to make significant progress on it. So this is kind of how I block my time. So even after lunch, like all of my meetings, etc., I have 30-minute blocks on my calendar or an hour block on my calendar. If I am trying to understand something, if I'm trying to read something about like a particular technology that I'm using, then also I kind of break it up in my head that okay, I'm going to spend 15 minutes on this page, 15 minutes on that page, so that I just don't start procrastinating and go overboard. Having time blocks helps me stay on track and complete as much of my to-do list as possible. Another way that you can plan your day, actually this is more of a plan your week kind of a strategy, is if you know that you are more likely to do some intense calculation based analysis, or maybe some like heavy brainstorming. If you're more likely to do that in the beginning of the week, then make sure that Monday, Tuesday is when you kind of schedule those kind of tasks. If you have to do a lot of admin kind of activities and you don't want a lot of focus for it, but you still have to do it, and you maybe have a little less energy towards the end of the week, so maybe schedule those for Thursday, Friday. And like that, like decide what kind of activities you have to do at a regular work week, or even if you're doing it personally, maybe the kind of activity that you have to do in a particular week for yourself at work or at home. Then you can divide your days according to how you are feeling about it. Like if I take the example of trying to make this YouTube video, I know that I will have some time on say Friday evenings, because Monday to Friday I go to work, and then Friday evenings is a little bit of a free time, and on weekends I make plans to see my friends and family. So because I have time on Friday evenings, that's when I kind of decide that this is when I will shoot. But the writing or the editing, all of these things can be done on other parts of the week, and that is kind of when I will chalk out time that maybe I have a light work day on say Thursday, so maybe Thursday evenings is when I will sit and edit. And maybe I'm feeling really energetic and very inspired on maybe like a Sunday morning, so that's when I'm going to sit down and plan out and have these ideas. Anyway, Sunday is reserved as my planning day. Like that's the day that I sit down to plan for my work week ahead, and plan for my YouTube videos and meal plans, etc. Everything I plan on Sunday. So that's kind of the headspace that I'm in that day. So it's easier for me to just sit down and note down every kind of video ideas or just concepts that are coming to my mind. So this is just an example. You can also plan your activities by the week depending on what kind of energy that you're feeling that particular day, what kind of time you're able to give to it, what kind of demands that particular activity has from you. Another thing that I do quite regularly is I decide on my most important tasks. So every single day I would pick up my top 3 things, and this is not just work related. This is like overall my top 3 things that I have to do in that particular day in order to feel accomplished, or in order to feel like I have done whatever. Even the rest of my to-do list is unchecked, I would not feel guilty because I have done the most important 3 things. So you need to identify what your most important 3 things are every day, and just focus on getting those done first, and that will help you. And so whenever it's your like most energetic time of the day, maybe it's in the afternoon, maybe evening, whenever that is, you can just strike off those 3 things first and then focus on the rest of your to-do list. And finally is reflections and feedback really helps me improve. And I have a whole like a prompt system which is already in my planner. So at the end of every week and at the end of every month, I sit down and look at I just reflect at the week or the month gone by and see what I did right, what I did wrong, and things that I want to improve for the upcoming week or month. And that really helps me to course correct and stay focused on my big goal. So this is kind of how I have been planning my days, and I always make it a point to plan my week on Sunday and every single day the night before, because then in the morning I don't have to wake up and wonder what I'm supposed to do. In addition to everything that I've already mentioned, my morning and night routines really help me stay on track, and that's kind of the bookends to my whole day, and they really help me start and end the day off on the right notes, because the days that I do my morning routines, I'm more likely to do the other tasks on my to-do list than on the days that I miss an important step in my morning routine. And most of the days, my most important three things always include workout and some work-related task, and something for myself, like maybe reading 10 pages or something, because I'm really trying to cultivate my reading habit, and I'm trying to focus on being healthy. So these are a couple of things that are always at the top of my list. This has to get done first, and then I can slowly focus on the other things on my list. So I hope that helped. I hope this really helps you take control of your day and plan it better and just optimize it to your time and energy. And I will see you next week. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite tip was. Bye.